Hey everyone, it's a little bit late because of Christmas, but I just wanted to give a wrap up of my last week of reading. I read 5 books and they were actually all from my own collection, which is because I decided that for 2 weeks I was going to do a year of reading one's own sprint and I was not going to use my library. So with that being said, I will show you what I read. The first book that I read is Eleanor, Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail, Honeyman. I have had this book for a while and I stalk a few of you people on Goodreads, and like so many people have given this 5 stars. And I've started it a few times and I could just not really get into it. And finally it was the right time, the right moment, and I loved it. This is about Eleanor, who kind of is rather socially awkward and has some mental health issues and, you know, all that sort of stuff. It's just kind of about her everyday life. And what I will say is that if you start this and you don't love it, just wait till the end, because it is like the end is what makes it so many stars. Like this whole time I was reading it and I was enjoying it, but it was definitely like a 3-star book for me, like good but not amazing up until the end. So just hang tight and stay till the end if you want to read that book. And then I read Wonderstruck, which I can't remember because it's been a while if I've done a separate review of this or not, but it's definitely worth a separate one. This is a children's book that is kind of a hybrid of like, it's not even like a graphic novel, but I guess kind of like a graphic novel and actually having words in it. I'm trying to find a word page and I can't right now. But anyway, it reminds me, there's some words. It reminds me of kind of like a cross or a hybrid between like a movie and a book, or like a chapter book, a children's chapter book, just because even the pictures, the way he will like zoom in and out of different pictures and illustrations that he's created, it reminds me of a movie. It's amazing how he'll zoom in and out. But this tells of a boy who loses his mom. He has no idea who his dad is, and so now he has to go live with his aunt, uncle, and a couple cousins, right? Which is traumatic enough that his mom has died. I think that my cat has the zoomies. It is traumatic enough that his mom dies, but just like being a child and having to change your whole home environment as well just adds a whole nother layer of trauma. Not only that, but while he is exploring the house he used to live in, he ends up being hit by lightning, and he was already deaf in one ear, but then he goes deaf in both ears because of being hit by lightning. So he decides that he is going to try and find out who his dad is, because he found a note in his mom's things that have who he is pretty sure is his dad's name. So he goes off to this museum, I believe the museum's in New York City, to try and find his dad while he's deaf in both ears and has not really a ton of methods to communicate because he hasn't learned sign yet or anything like that. So he basically has a pad of paper and is writing notes the whole time to different people he encounters. And then at the same, as that story is being told, not really at the same time, but as it's being told, all the illustrations tell a different kind of parallel story, but it's in an earlier time period. It's in the early 1900s, I think. I don't remember the exact year, but yeah, early 1900s. And it is about another girl who, actually, this is a great picture to show. She is deaf as well, and her dad will not really let her leave the house independently because he's scared she's going to get hit by a bus or someone's going to do something to her or whatever. And so she wants more independence, and she just feels so trapped. And she also takes off to kind of explore the world and ends up in this museum as well. So the stories are told together, and of course in the end they merge. This is the most beautiful, beautiful story, and there's so much in here on deaf culture and on how deaf culture has changed throughout the years, and on history. There's like a lot of research that went into this, but in general it's just like a really heartwarming, cozy story, good for January when the holidays are over. It's still snowy, it's still cold. And as Heather said, she said something in one of her videos about like, we're all broke, we're all on diets, everyone's on lockdown, whatever. This is a cozy book that you need in January. Okay, and then the next book I read was Tinkers by Paul Harding. This one won the Pulitzer, and this was basically about this man who is dying, and so because he's dying, he is just thinking about his life, and all these memories are coming back in this disjointed sort of way, and we hear about him through his memories, and then we also hear about his dad, and there are all these snippets of different like stories, and they're just also so heartwarming. I really enjoyed, I'm going to take the tree down soon. I can't decide if I'm going to do it today or not. I really enjoyed his dad, most of all in the portions that were about his dad. His dad was just like a hustler and like did all he could to earn money for the family. He had like this wagon sort of thing, and he would go around selling different goods to people in town, and I just was amazed by his like tenacity and grit and all those sorts of things. I really liked this book, and it's really short, so it's a quick one to get through. Then I finally finished Girl, Woman, Other, which I had a really hard time getting into. I know some of you give it 5 stars and you absolutely love it. I loved like the whole art behind it and like how it was done and how it was put together. But until the end, like the end really, really, really gripped me, especially the story. I can't remember her name, but she was like kind of a grandmother sort of lady. Yeah, the end was good. The rest of it, I just kind of slogged through. Sorry, guys. Okay. And then I read Transcription by Kate Atkinson, which was just kind of a fun book about World War II, and the main character, she started as like basically a transcriptionist where this spy guy like had this apartment or whatever, and it was completely bugged, and she would record their conversations and then put them down in writing. Like she would type up their conversations, and then eventually they got to the point where they wanted her to be a spy. And like they basically just told her like she's gonna be a spy, this is her new identity. She had like no time to memorize it or anything, and she had to go and like have tea with all these people that she was supposed to like, they said that they didn't want her to act, they just wanted her to like become this new person. But yeah, it was like a trial run like right away. And yeah, so that's about her like time as a spy, about a pretty major mistake that she makes, and all this stuff that happens. I don't want to say too much. Anyway, so 5 books, not too bad for kind of a Christmassy sort of week. And yeah, I'm excited so much for the new year because I'm really excited to start the Reading Women Challenge. And I just am always excited for a new month in general because it's just like a fresh start to try and like accomplish some sort of reading goal, either like reading as many as you can from your own collection or even just like discovering new books. Like I'm always so excited for the new year because I know some of the books that are coming out, but you don't know which books are coming out that you don't know about that are gonna majorly impact your life. And I just think that's so exciting to look forward to. So here's to a great reading year in 2021, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.